All right, we got EazySpeezy. I love this guy, man. Speed runs everything. He's in a speed run, a game about digging a hole. This game was fun. I played this game. I dug up the whole backyard, if you didn't know. Let's see what he does with it.
A game about digging a hole. Yeah, this game is exactly what it sounds like. Now our speedrun starts as soon as we begin moving, and right away we want to look for a couple rocks. So we're just going to dig randomly into the ground. We can see that that's going to be our first stone. There's going to be a second one right there. And yeah, I'm just digging in completely random places and hoping we get some, because then we can sell them for $3. And we're going to continue doing this one more time. So I will just go into the ground. Hope I find a stone, and if we do, we can continue on. Our last one is right there. Inventory is full, because right now we only have an inventory of 3 items, and we can use the money we just got to buy a better shovel. Now with this shovel, we want to dig again, and this time I want to dig a little deeper, because we're hoping we find more valuable resources. Like right there, we were able to find coal, and even under that, that's going to be iron, which is going to sell for more. You can see we got $8 from that, so we can fill up our charge and also increase our inventory. Now it's finally time, since we have the bigger shovel and the bigger inventory, to go over to the X marks the spot, because basically the story behind this game is we bought a house that promises there's treasure underneath the ground. So we're going to try to dig down there and hopefully get that treasure. Right now our shovel is pretty good, but not the best in the world, so we're just going to keep trying to improve it along with other things as we get more money. So that's going to be inventory full number 2. I can go take my stuff over there. That is going to be $12, and then we can bring that over here, charge up our battery, and also get a battery upgrade along with the jetpack. Now, the thing about the battery is if we ever run out of it, then it is going to explode and we die. So yeah, not the best thing for that to happen, and we're going to be careful about that. You can see every time we shovel, our battery goes down a little bit, and every time we use our jetpack, our battery will also go down. But right now, just at the beginning of this game, we're just digging as much as possible, trying to keep going down while finding things like iron. That is also important. And yeah, it's just a nice calm day where we're just digging in circles, continuing on our way, only 3 meters under the ground, but that's going to be another inventory full, so we can bring that over, sell that, and this time all we can get is an energy refill. Things are going to get more and more expensive, but the good thing about that is as we go deeper, the ores are also going to be worth more. And now at this point, you'll also see we have this thing, which tells us that there's treasure nearby. So I do want to dig a little bit deeper. Usually I like getting to around -5 meters before we go for the treasure, and this is probably good. So I will look. We see that there are 3 bars right there, so I can keep digging in this place, and sometimes it's in a slightly different spot than I think. So we just got to keep looking around. And finally right there, that's going to be the money bag. Money bag. Just gives us a ton of money and is really good. We also have more than enough energy to make it back up here. So pretty good grab. Now we can sell all of our stuff. And this time we can buy a better shovel, which it is so nice once you finally get this shovel. It just is able to dig so much more for us and really make this a much more comfortable process. Now we're going to get at least one more shovel upgrade before we beat this game, and that's going to be even better, but we'll see that when we get to there. For now, it's just some more digging down until we get to around 10 meters. So you can see our inventory is full once again. We can go over here. That's going to be $20, so we can refill our charge. And this time I'm going to upgrade our jetpack. That makes our jetpack move faster and use a little bit less energy. And it's just a smart thing for speedruns, because especially once we start getting farther down into here, it's going to take a while for us to get back up. But the cave is definitely starting to get just a little bit darker. And yeah, this game is just so relaxing, I'm not going to lie. But the problem with the speedrun is it is also extremely luck-based. You already saw so far just what ores we get in the ground is extremely luck-based, but also along with that, there's some more luck-based things, which I will mention in a bit. But for right now, I do want to get just one more stone. That way I can have $30, and we can upgrade our battery one more time. That way we can dig a bit further. And we are now at about -10 meters, which is pretty good so far. We should be about to reach our first cave, and there's our first hole. So now we can start working towards getting down there just a little bit more. What I'm actually going to do is not dig my way all the way down there, because I don't want to run out of my battery and just die. Instead, we're going to go up here, sell what we have, get a nice charge, and then we'll go back down there. And now it's time to use something that the speedrun community decided was okay. Basically, we're using a command to make everything much brighter. And this is because normally you can still see down here, it's just a little bit harder. So the speedrun community decided that you were allowed to use full bright. That way, people with darker monitors wouldn't be punished for having a darker monitor. And I mean, it works out perfectly for me as well, because
Makes
otherwise
sense.
this YouTube video would not be very good if you just couldn't see anything. So yeah, I'm gonna take that, and it will make this cave exploring a little bit better. We can just go through, and right now we're just trying to get as many ores as possible until our inventory is full, and then we go right back up. By the way, I do have this light stuff on a hotkey. You can see how bad the outside looks when we're up there and it's on. So I do like switching it back and forth between when we go down to the caves and when we come back up here. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but it is something I keep track of. But we'll come down once more. We gotta look around. We'll see if there's any more ore I can get. There's going to be some copper and some iron. The glowing rock doesn't really do anything for us, so I don't worry about them too much. But there wasn't that much ore, all things considered. But then we get extremely lucky and find a second cave right under the first one. This is the first part of where luck comes into play for the speedrun. You're really hoping to get caves, and we're really hoping to get extra stuff that's going to make us money. But I will continue going forward. You also see we have this device, which tells us to go up or down. That's trying to help us find secret underground chests. And if we do find one of those, we will be using it. But if we don't, it's not the biggest deal in the world. Still, I'm going back up here, of course, doing our charge. And this time
Only
we'll
been
increase our
7
battery,
minutes.
because at this
Not
point, we're
doing
really
bad.
just going to try to dig down deep. It's always a little bit hard making our way down here at this point, because our hole's not the greatest in the world, all things considered. But now that we're down here, I might as well get some more of this ore, because there's just so much around. Things like copper, we'll make sure to get some iron. And after this, we should be good to keep digging a little bit farther. Inventory is full, so of course, we're coming back up. And we're making pretty good time so far with how fast we're getting these upgrades. At this point, I can upgrade my jetpack. That way we can make it up faster. And now once we make it back down, I'm just going to start digging down with our shovel. It's a pretty good shovel so far. Not the best in the world. Like I said, we're still going to get one more upgrade. But I just want to keep on going down. I like doing this circular motion. Basically, it's do a circle and then you go in the middle and do one right there. So. And that usually gets you down pretty fast. By the way, what we got right there was some gold, which is very nice. Because, of course, that's going to be our next ore. It's going to be worth even more money. So I definitely will take it. And we'll just continue on our way, spinning in circles as we go, until finally we actually find another cave. That's insane. We are getting super good cave luck this run, so I will take it. And there is going to be some gold down here. By the way, one thing we also have to keep track of is our health. We need to make sure we don't die, don't hit the ground too hard, so I will be keeping track of that as well. But I'm going to try to go through here. That way I can get that gold. All right, there we go. We got through. We can get one more gold and then go back up, and we should be able to buy some really good things at this point. We have more than enough battery, especially with the upgraded jetpacks, so we're good to go. Over here, we can see that we made over $300, which is insane. That way, we can get an extra inventory upgrade along with upgrading our shovel one more time. And actually, before I go, we should also get our health back just in case. One of the hardest parts about this speedrun is just figuring out what path you take to get down. Sometimes that's really annoying, but there is also going to be a rock right there. Now, a thing about those rocks is when you see them, the only thing that can take them out is dynamite. And we don't have any dynamite right now. It costs $100, so it's just not worth it. So we're going to try to avoid them. I got away from the first rock. There's going to be another one right here. But thankfully, there is a spot where we don't have to worry about it. So I will just go right by it. And yeah, we're just hoping we get a little bit more luck. That would make this run perfect. And there is going to be yet another cave. So we will obviously take that. We just got to dig out of there. And there is going to be even more gold, along with this right here, which is going to be platinum, which is even better than gold. So I will make sure I get a couple of those before we continue our digging. Unfortunately, there wasn't too many ores there, but hey, I'm going to take what I get. And right now we are 64 meters towards the ground, so that's really good. And we find yet another cave. Thank you, game. And along with this cave, we're going to get some diamond. And out of the runs that I've done, this is definitely one of the better ones. But there is still a bunch of things that can completely ruin it. So I am going to keep my eye out for that. Now, one thing I also see is our treasure tracker. We're a little bit too deep to really worry about the treasure, because all you get from the treasure is a key at this point. And the thing about that key is you need 2 of them to open the chest in your garage, which will give you a teleporter, but we're probably not going to get that at this point. So instead, we'll head over here. We have over $1,000
teleporter, you only get to use it once,
is upgrade our drill even more and get a couple of dynamite, which I think will be best. And it is time to just go straight down and hope we can do what we need to do until we get over here. And yeah, this is the spot. So now with this new drill, we no longer have to click, and we can instead just hold this thing and it will dig us deeper. So this thing is awesome. Gotta love the drill, but also have to make sure we're not missing any rocks. There's something stopping us right here. Oh, it was probably just a speck. Sometimes what happens is there's like a speck that just hangs in the air, and it's gonna be awful. So
Oh,
unlucky for
yeah,
that.
it's
Anyways,
horrible.
we'll just keep our digging down. At this point, I'm not really worried about getting any more money. And if we have any rocks, we have 4 dynamite to deal with them. So we're doing pretty good, especially with this drill. It is just so fast to do all the digging. We don't have to worry about it at all. There is going to be one of those molten rocks. I might as well throw down 2 dynamite because we do have more than enough. We only have like 10 meters left to go. And we do see our battery is low. Now, there are 2 things you could do at this point. You could either go back up, refill your battery, or we could just keep going and die. Because the thing about death is the only bad thing that happens is you lose all your ore. So instead of going and jetpacking back up, wasting some time, I'm just gonna let myself die. And even though we do die, we don't really need any more money, so it's not gonna be the biggest deal. We teleport right back to our house. We can go over here, get some more charge, get some more healing, and we should be able to finish out the run now. By the way, as we're going down, quick reminder, please remember that you are loved. And no matter what you're going through, you can make it through it. I believe in you. It kind of sucks because we were right by the end of this thing. We were almost to negative 100 meters, but it will be okay. We do have this thing we got to get past. I'm just going to keep using my drill to get myself down here. And I always hate moving horizontally along with vertically. It's so much easier just to move vertically. I'm just waiting until I see the final hole. Might as well use some dynamite. That's probably going to help us a little bit. And there we go. That is where we need to go. Now you'll see it does look pretty awful right now because of the lighting situation, but we can change the lights back. And now it's time for the most luck-based part of this run. We really have to hope that these moles don't see us, because if they do and they're able to hit us, it's an insta-kill. So I've lost so many runs to that guy killing us, and it just sucks so much. But that's not the only mole we have to deal with, because once we come past this corner, there are going to be 2 more. But thankfully, we finally got good luck. I've gone through so many runs where we did not get this luck, and it is the worst way to lose a speed run. You can also hear the moles coming after us, but as long as we're pretty far ahead of them, it won't matter. We don't get the insta-death, and we're finally going to make it to the chest. So all that's left at this point is to open it, and that's going to be time 15:48. Oh yeah, there's also nothing in the chest. And then we look behind ourselves and see there's a bunch of moles that kill us. So that's the end of the game. And this run is going to give us 9th place on the speedrun leaderboards. So I'll take it. All right, subscribe if you enjoyed. Bye.
Wait, what's the world record?
And that's going to be time 15:48. Oh yeah, there's also nothing in the chest. And then we look behind ourselves and see there's a bunch of moles that kill us. So that's the end of the game. And this run is going to give us
sub 12 minutes. And then 16th goes all the way up to nearly 30 minutes, bro. I should try speedrunning this. Either way, good video, EazySpeezy. Love you, bro.